Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel for the final war of the season. We're up against GT40, perfect season on the line, and in our first fight we're taking Pryde up against this Chavez. Game plan here is to parry, build some prowess, and then eventually launch an SP2 that should finish her. I messed that up slightly, but it ends up being fine. So getting my boosts situated, I end up boosting big just in case, you know. When in doubt, boost a little bit bigger. And really don't want to die in the final war of the season. So going in here, parry heavy, get the guaranteed crit. We're up on prowess already. Gonna punish this heavy. And to avoid Dex, because she is a mystic defender, I just dash in, block the first hit of her special if I need to. Knock her down. I figured I can get the SP2 here. But I'm a little short, and I end up throwing an SP1, but it finishes her. Next up, we have Nova on heavy hitter. We're taking this with white mags. And white mags is pretty ridiculous. He will end up being my second most used attacker in War this season, I think. And you basically just want to build the SP2 here, and then I'm going to end the fight. You're going to see at one point I do a tactical heavy into heavy hitter. Here it goes. Thankfully I had the indestructible boost on. Just build some power, get our prowess up. Definitely wasn't intentional, but hey, it worked out. Get the knockdown fury here. Intercept. SP2, 96k on that second hit, finishes the fight. So, awesome result there. Nova down. Moving on, we got the Sauron on EMP mod. We got the Odin pre-fight from Blaze, so appreciate that. And we're just gonna go in here and basically combo him to death. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. Just gonna try to stay in blitz mode as much as possible to remove his regen, prowess, and place shocks, and just let the damage deal with him. We're boosted big, final war of the season, 3 fights left to go, and you'll see in 2 combos he's down 25%. The shocks hit pretty hard. He's almost dead here. I think we're gonna throw a couple more combos to finish him. Hit into his block a little bit, play some shocks, and finish the fight. 2 fights left. Terrax on path 1. Got a lot of tips from both Eric and my battle group and FinTech on the strategy for this fight. And the tip that I got to make sure that you don't get hit while he's in rockfield and dashing at you is to kind of queue up your input for the dash back in so that your phase is always active. So I'm going to just medium light, dash back, and as I'm dashing back, I'm actually going to start the input to dash back in, so that way I'm always phased. And this fight goes perfectly. Parry heavy, get my phase up. Now we're dashing in, got to keep that phase active. And I don't think I mess it up in this fight. So yeah, I'm just dashing out, dashing back in, keeping my phase up, because I do not want to get hit while his rockfield is active, and I have this many armor breaks, and I also don't want to take the damage from the rockfield itself. And that's the end of the fight. 100% health, worked out really well, thanks to the people who helped me out with that fight. And a final fight of the season, it had to be this matchup, Nimrod versus Kitty. And here we basically just have to realize that the global is going to trigger immediately because I have that Odin pre-fight on me, which is going to get nullified by Buffet. But then I can remove that healing in blitz mode and just kind of control this fight from here. kind of a weird placement for Nimrod here. I mean for Kitty. She doesn't really have any mechanics that make her more difficult to deal with. The global's gone. We get to SP2 and we're gonna finish the fight. So 100% health, another yellow bar, and that's the end of my season. We did end up losing this war, and we're not quite sure about our position in Masters yet, whether it's top 10 or the next 10, but here's the wrap up of my season. 69 kills, 0 deaths. Nimrod was my most used attacker by far, 26 kills. Basically any mutant on the map was victim to Nimrod. Next up, Magneto House of X. Very versatile attacker, highly recommend using him in war as an attacker and not just a pre-fight champion. 6 fights apiece go to CGR and Kitty Pryde. They both are just absolute nukes and cover a lot of ground in war. 5 fights from Falcon, who's very strong in the Defiance meta. We'll see what his place is like next season. Same thing goes for Miles. And iBomb. Herc is just always going to be good, but I don't get him assigned that often, so it's 4 fights for him. Special shout out to Joe Fixit getting his first war action. And we have Shang-Chi and Kingpin rounding out the skill class. And then 1 solitary fight for Captain America Sam Wilson. I'm hoping to get more action with him next season, assign myself that champion more. I think he's got a lot to offer in war and I think he can be a really powerful attacker. But yeah, that was my season in a nutshell. 69 kills, 0 deaths, pretty happy with that. Shout out to my BG mates and officers who helped with assignments, helped me figure out how to take fights, and just enabled me to have this season. We have some work to do as a BG and as an alliance to get back into the top 3 and compete for that, but personally this was a good season for me and I'm excited to grow more in the next season. If you guys enjoyed the war videos this season, please leave a like, comment, let me know what other kind of content you guys would want to see on the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free to subscribe, like this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.